Hello, everybody. I forgot to mute myself in VMix. No, but hello, everybody. Welcome to Link Up at the Summer Clash. It's your boy Stars. I'm here with our OG host, the guy that always does the most. You know, he always is thinking up that hot toast, and it's our boy Craze. And over here, we got Cyber ranked 10, the most passionate man, the most positive guy I've ever met, even through all negativity. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. Excited to be here. It's been a long time. Got to take the rust off a bit. Haven't been on camera. Shit. But I'm glad to be here with you guys. Honestly, it's a bittersweet day, but I couldn't ask for a better crew to be here with. Like our guy Lux here, who's been with me since day one of these events, and my guy Cyber. Yeah, overall, man. Even though I want to kill him when we play these damn ranked ladder games because it's positivity, man. I love the guy so much. He's embodiment of this community, and yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. So yeah, thanks for letting me be here, man.
Yeah. Cyber over here enjoying what is that? A cup of coffee, a cup of Joe, some hot chocolate, some lemon water. Okay. Bro, you swear you're toxic, but you're really not.
There's levels to it.
You and Cyber muted on the stream. Oh, that is my fault. Yeah, no, Cyber, you are muted.
He
So
says that Cyber's muted.
I have
Look
to
at that.
fix you. There you go. You're not muted anymore.
Yeah, why
welcome,
do you keep
welcome,
having
Cyber.
me work with these amateurs? I don't get. Hold on, I'm on the phone with my agent right now. Yeah, like I had me muted at the beginning. Like, who does this? Like, okay, fine, sure, okay.
Revamp the content.
Yeah. It's not like I had to add a whole another source to
you
the
say
stream,
so. This
so
is the last time I'm working with these guys. Hi everyone, I'm Cyber10. I'm so glad to be here today. That's it. That's all I got. You missed the earlier part, so you know.
This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. Like none of this, like commentator desk. You gotta be all professional. All this stuff. Nah, man. The Linko podcast is specifically just made for this. This is a way to be ourselves. Just interact with the people in the chats, new and old. I can see some new people out in the chat right now. Some old faces here as well. Shout out to Enders in the chat. For the OGs in here, man, we would have loved it. We would have loved to have you in the event. It's like there's not an event, it ain't the same without Enders and the rest of the crew. But I'm glad that the Omni crew came up. They stepped in, and hey, look at them. Day 4, second day of the playoffs, and they got Camille. Camille's a man's name. I'm a man. It's going. It's almost there at the finals. They just got to get past Astacasian.
Astacasia. Excuse me. Did you even watch the anime?
Yeah, crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm Latino.
Watch
Okay?
the anime?
I'm Latino. All right. I'm Latino. I speak the other jargon. I'm international.
Come on. You still say a e o u. Come on now.
No, exactly.
So it's Astacasia.
Latino. What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, do we want to get back into the Dynamis situation?
Oh,
I was just following.
No,
orders.
by the way, that was our fault. That wasn't outside. That was our fault, though.
I was just following orders. Yeah. I mean, everyone's been bringing their A game, and again, it's just like it's wild because you don't see this level of presentation, you don't see this level of passion, you don't see this level of gameplay in any other event any other place on Twitch, and it's bittersweet because like once today's event is over, that's pretty much it for our time in Gundam Evolution esports and overall. And I mean, like as someone who wasn't there from the beginning, but came in and was there long enough to be a part of so many presentations. Huge shout out to Stars, aka Luck, for all of the production work that we've seen, the way it's grown over the months. Again, don't see that anywhere else on Twitch. And then again, when it comes to Craze's ability to network, the fact that we were able to work with Bandai directly, the fact that we were able to get such amazing talent in, thanks to him networking and continuing to create relationships with people like Enders, with Omni, with so many other groups out there. The legwork that he was able to put in, and me, like I was just streaming the game, enjoying it from my own perspective, and seeing these guys do so much on the side. So that all I had to do is show up on a Saturday and Sunday and just do observer cam or maybe fill in for hosting. The amount of off-camera, off-event work that these guys have put in is phenomenal. And again, it shows in the presentation, it shows in the quality of the players that we have, it shows in the production. And again, you can't find that anywhere else on Twitch. So the fact that, again, this is our last event and Gundam Evo will be departing, relatively soon. It's something that I am very, very happy to be proud of, to be a part of. And that's just, that's going to be, that's going to be my overall feeling just throughout the rest of today's event, as I'm, doing observer cam and showing the gameplay and all these cool 6 scenes and moments and fights and stuff. It's just, it's wild. It's been a wild ride. Hell yeah. Yeah.
So
What you, Lux? What about you, Lux? You haven't put your feelings out there, man. You're cold as a cucumber right now.
I hate it here. Get me out of here. I've been locked in this basement for the last 10 years.
You know what?
Armored Core's out. You're gonna be locked in there a little longer.
I don't know, bro. We're gonna have to board up the other window we had down there, right?
You just let me get that.
The best part is he's now playing Armored Core. Like Lux went from never playing Armored Core to now playing Armored Core. Oh, you can beat this boss this way and do these things that way. We're like
judging me how I'm doing my game. Like, bro, come on. Okay. Let me get killed 2 times.
The way you were getting money was so inefficient.
Hey, I got more than 3 million. I think I'm good now.
Bro, yeah. you spend 2 minutes on an arena, bro. You can just spend 5 minutes doing the watch point mission.
you see people, you see what I gotta deal with. I can't even play a game. I'm being judged. I can't even hit the start screen the right way.
Arrow into protocol. We appreciate that. Hell yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Like the guys in the chat, honestly, no matter regardless of what's going on in the past, no matter what, that's part of the scene. There's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be bumps in the road, but in the end, like I hold no judgment. I hold no ill will, no feelings against anybody out there. At the end of the day, the whole purpose was to give every single person out there the chance to show what they can do in the game that they loved. So it was my pleasure. It was our pleasure to give you all the spotlight. Like none of this stuff would have been the same if you guys didn't come in here with that, I want to be number one mentality. And honestly, in anything that I work on, that we work on, I want everybody to come in here and want to be the best. Because if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best and you're going to hold your spot. Yeah. There's no free rides. There's no given titles. You got to be the best. And a lot of people, roster lock mania, we remember those times. That situation out there, but it brought the best out of everybody, man. The team that they thought they had it, didn't really have it. The reverse sweeps, the dominations. I'm telling you, so many good memories in this game. And I hope that one day, it is sad. I love the franchise, but honestly, the franchise is amazing. But at the end of the day, what we focus on is the players. And I hope to still keep I hope that on my personal level, professional, we keep this context throughout these relationships, because you guys have all become part of the Breakout Esports brand, GNL, GEL, even the Pilot Academy. You guys are what made this possible. So hopefully in the future with our next endeavors, we can count on or see some familiar faces. We're counting on seeing some new faces along the way. But I know for a fact that a lot of the guys that we had under our roster, these guys are gunners. They're professionals. They're going to learn the game and become best. Who knows? We might have people from our series be the top guns in a game that they've been playing for over 10 plus years.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
So what we got going on today? What we got going on to the pre-show?
Craze, you just cut out both in VMix and Discord.
So what Craze
Oh, I
said,
did.
Craze said that he is the best Armored Core pilot in the entire universe, and if you want to square up and fight someone, you better participate in his tournaments in Armored Core. Or
for
else,
a chance to go against him.
Yeah, for a chance to go against
mono
him at
mono.
the top, right? Yeah, it's just going to be him, you, and him versus his pink gun tank that shoots sparkles.
Hell yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into our first topic here. You know, it's the last chance for a lot of these teams here. It's been a beautiful, beautiful bracket and a bunch of games we've seen so far here. Like, let's go ahead and just throw this up here for the one time. Like, look, we got a bunch of good matches. Like, Twisted Sin versus Fusion came down to the wire. We had Asakaza versus Fusion. That was a good match as well. Fortunately, you know, Blizzard vs Tokyo Monkeys, it was a little one-sided, but we do love to see him come back. Unfortunately, Blizzard Oz having to forfeit due to connection issues due to storms happening within the country. So yeah, what do you guys think about this bracket so far? What about the games we've seen?
Tokyo Monkeys I'm still rooting for them. It's the underdog story of the fact that they are, playing in a whole different region and they have to deal with latency and all this other stuff. Yesterday's match was really interesting because we switched to JP servers and they lost. And so, but what makes it so poetic is the fact that NA has been playing on JP servers for so long just so that they can have a ranked experience that you would think that, okay, well, JP has a big advantage because they're playing on their home servers. But if anything, NA is like, oh, we know how to play in this. We've been doing this for the past 8 months, so it probably wasn't too big of a difference. The bigger difference probably was JP playing on NA. Because why would they want to do that? So it was very interesting to see how the matches played out depending on what regions were playing on what servers.
Insert the Bane reference. I was born in the darkness.
You've been playing in the lag. I was born in the lag. Yeah, pretty much.
No, man. Honestly, Tokyo Monkeys. There's a lot. Like, what's it called? Cyber's gonna talk about the professional side. I want to talk about the whole behind the scenes. Tokyo Monkeys is coming in with a target on their back. It's a lot of people out there that want to gun for these guys, specifically the top ranked people out there. Like Best of the West was their shot to get at the east side, the eastern. Get to go against the East, but it was never a possibility.
Right.
But now this is their chance. This is the chance that teams like Asakaza, Fusion, and the Omni Squad have to go at them in a professional environment.
Yeah.
Both on their servers and our servers. Yesterday, we saw Tokyo Monkeys come in. Fortunately for Wizards, to their defense, they are a newer team. They haven't been in our ranks for the longest time, but they're flowers to them, so they deserve it. But to these teams that have been dominating throughout the breakout series and all this, they wanted this shot. They've been playing the rank ladder, going up against Tokyo Monkeys, dealing with the trash talk between regions, and it's been fun to see on Twitter, X, what I want to call it now. It's been fun to see. So now that we have them on our turf ready to go, man, I can't wait for today. Twisted Sin is going to be the first team up. Got to give it to them.
Yeah, going against Tokyo Monkeys, correct? Yeah. Going against Tokyo Monkeys, yeah. And like, let's just go ahead and real quick, let's go ahead and recap a lot of our games here. Like, we got some stuff that we can go ahead. VMix, you want to work?
I thought you got a raunchy DM.
He's trying not to alt tab.
He's like, fat man. You know what's wild? Before you continue your thought, this is a different game. This game, the game we saw yesterday, is unlike any other game we have ever seen within Gundam Evolution because of the changes that they made to the G maneuver generation rate. So the fact that we were seeing Pale Rider and Zaku Ranged and all of these other units being able to pull out these G maneuvers back to back to back to back was
What a
incredibly
shot.
wild. And I want to give, as someone who's commentated, I want to give, I love that one. That was wild. I want to give huge credit to the commentators that we had yesterday, because I can't imagine like how they were able to it was a wombo combo in the middle there, but it's like it must have been wild for them to have to like, hey, Pale has another G maneuver, Zaku Range has another G maneuver, Sazabi has another G, they just kept coming out every 30 seconds. There was another G maneuver going off. So again, like, this iteration of the game is unlike any other version of the game. We've never had a massive G maneuver boost the way we have now in the current state of the game. And it's just really been a very, very wild and aggressive event so far.
Yeah, and it really showed here in this first game here. Like, this game came down to the literal wire. Twisted Sin unfortunately falling to Fusion. They lost the entire series 2-1, but every part of this map, Mountain R&D, when it came to Underground Command Center, every map they played came down to the wire. It was a real treat to watch.
Speaking of the old generation, we had Zeta in yesterday for the first time, first time being seen in a tournament series.
Yeah,
and to see people like Rainbow Monkey, Tism using this character and popping off those also. Holy, do you remember Lunarcom? So no, Missile Base. Do you remember that match?
Oh,
I don't. Like, the first part was gone.
Yeah.
And all due because of that one Zeta ult that he popped off. And by the time we noticed on camera, it was already gone. We're already on the second point. Bro, Zeta, I haven't seen Zeta as much. I haven't played.
He didn't even get his ult until second point, actually.
Yes, he did. No, he did. And that one moment at the gate, he popped off and killed about like 4 to 5, almost 5 of them. We'll look back at the replay later on, but that was one of the first times I saw the Zeta ult in action. I haven't been playing the game, unfortunately, lately, but watching that unit for the first time yesterday, that's why I finally realized what Cyber was talking about.
Yeah.
The changes that were made to the game. Not only that we can actually hear the generator now, and some other little tidbits.
It's so much. It's funny the stuff you hear
crazy
when you spectate, and I'm like, is that you can hear the generator humming now, which was never you could never hear the generator. Yeah.
But it's insane, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Going on to Tokyo Monkeys versus Rizzers. This is the game that we were just talking about, actually. Like, it was a real interesting game to see here. Like, this is the start. Like, they steamrolled through it with that before they got the ult. Like, I don't remember what you're talking about for Missile Base, but yeah, this I don't know. But it's just real crazy to see. Like, this game just wasn't fair at all. Like, you just watch these plays being made. Tokyo Monkeys playing
that gun tank got ripped apart. Yeah.
Tokyo Monkeys just like playing together. Rizzers just like playing so spread apart, uncoordinated, and it was just interesting to see because like we saw them playing earlier, like especially against Mafty Ducks. Rizzers was playing so calm, collected. Everything moved as a team. It just didn't feel like we saw the same team that we saw earlier.
I am curious now that I look at it based off of unit selection. It really makes me wonder what the thought process was to pick gun tank when you're dealing with at least 3 shield units, having a Sazabi, having a gem, and Zeta actually has a shield. It's I don't know, that must have been very difficult, and I think it even showed how difficult it was to be viable using gun tank against units that have a good chunk of health and shield. But then again, I'm talking about it from the perspective of someone who plays melee Zaku, who it's like, I see shield and I go, oh, that's my opportunity to do some bonus damage or whatever. It's really surprised at the lack of turn A. And I don't know if turn A fell off. I don't know if the player pool just doesn't want to use turn A anymore. But it's wild because turn A was always that ace in the hole, that game changer. And we really, maybe the map selection really didn't require a turn A to be there, but definitely saw a lot less turn A in this event overall. And that's wild because turn A has such huge impact when it comes to, your particles go through the ground, they go through walls and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. I
Yo,
don't know.
craze. I just thought about it. I think you're talking about Ministry of Defense. Because
I don't know. I don't
that
know. I don't remember if it's. I believe it might have been when they were on defense. When they
yeah,
were
yeah,
on defense.
yeah. It was Ministry of Defense. It was Asakashi versus Fusion, I believe. Yeah. That's what you're talking about. I remember that. What you're talking about now. Yeah. It was on Ministry of Defense. That was a huge play.
Yeah, Arrow's
It's a
right.
good thing. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a trial because these guys had to pick up a new unit
Mm-hmm.
days before the event. So to see how easily they were able to pick up this unit, kudos to them. Kudos to people like that out there because that just shows how talented these guys are to be able to pick something up and apply it to their strategy this fast. Kudos to all the teams out there that picked up Zeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was only like 3 days they had to practice with it too after the update.
Yeah.
They didn't
Pretty
have that
much.
much time
No.
to adapt. But yeah, I will say I was wrong. I thought we would have saw a lot more new Gundam with the Pale Rider changes, but no, people are still rocking the Pale Rider. Damage numbers definitely aren't the same, but it really doesn't matter when you're getting that Hades like every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're just popping it instantly.
Yeah. Definitely. We definitely saw a lot of Pale Rider MVPs. And again, certain people using certain units to really outshine, using those units and made those units pop. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I always thought it would be one of those things where you have like a unit like Turn A, they're running shields or they're running one unit that's really strong. Turn A's grab has always been like that game changer. Oh, he grabs someone, focus that person down and what have you. But it's just been a very different game. Ever since the G maneuver generation was increased across the board for all the units.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we're talking about last chance though. Like, damn, last chance for somebody. I mean, last chance for either Omni to claim the title as best overall GEVO team since they've been dominant since the very first, like the very first event, with a lot of competition from the Fusion banner, which includes Astakasia. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? All the changes been made, the way things have been going. What do you guys think might be able to, take over as being the last champ in the Gundam Evo tournament?
I mean, personally, I think Astakasia, like, I don't know if Asuka, I don't think Astakasia is the one that's under. I think it's Camille that's under Omni banner, alongside.
No. That's what I said. I said Astakasia is under the Fusion banner,
Oh,
but then
got you.
we have the Omni squad that's in as well as a joint team.
Yeah, I 100% misheard you. Yeah, I think Astakasia here is probably like the strongest team here. Camille is definitely up there, but I think like Astakasia is like the only team that hasn't made any roster changes, right? Camille, they're taking some people from that Mafty did nothing wrong roster alongside the people from the actual Camille roster. So it's like a mix and match of them. I'm not sure because like they might not have the same team synergy while they do play a lot together, but Asakasha, I think they haven't made a change in actually like 5-6 months. Like I think they're our longest standing roster in this current tournament. So I think just off of the team synergy and the team play that we've seen so far, I think they definitely have it. They're definitely going to be in grand finals, I would say, unless there's some upset that happens by some means. But I think they're definitely going to make it to the grand finals here. But I think Camille is definitely like the strongest contender as well to take down Asakasi as well here in this tournament.
Can we just call them Gundam Powerpuff? Gundam Girls?
Oh man, Powerpuff Girls, a throwback name.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. Man.
For those you don't know, when Omni first hopped into Gundam Evolution, they had two team names. One of them was Powerpuff Girls, and the other one was Gundam Unicorn. And within their first few tournaments, they got top 3, top 5 finishes every single time. It was very, very cool to see. And then we also had IQ, that another team or brand that came from Battlefield, hop in as well. They were also getting consistent top 3
Borg
and
Gundam.
top 4 play.
Yeah.
Borg Gundam with the whole split gate team that came in.
Yeah.
It was really cool seeing the Battlefield team come over and seeing the strategies that they had from that game employed over here. It was really cool to see that stuff. Yeah, it was really, really, really cool to see that. You can tell that they played together and they had the organization and the comms and stuff like that, and it showed in their work. I think it was even to a point where like they earned enough points during the pilot academy to the point where it was like they were sitting at the top and they were just like, oh yeah, we're good. I remember doing events and I'm like, where's so and so? And they're like, oh, they don't need to participate in this, they got all the points they need, you know, this is for everybody else. And I was like, damn, that must be nice. You know?
Yeah, I think they the only reason they kept on competing, I believe, is like they wanted to maximize the amount of points they can get so that no other team had a chance to take that one seed.
So smart. That was so smart.
I think they almost maxed out on getting perfect points because we were only counting the four top events. So they had taken first place in a couple. I don't know if they made to get a full 400.
I think they did. I can check real quick if you want.
Sure, I was actually looking back at the previous events that we have on Maturino from like the pre-Bandai era.
Yeah.
And seeing the rosters for those teams, like there's a lot of names in there, man. And shit, we got people in there like Spook, Legacy, X-Ray, Stolly,
Bitey,
a lot of man, it's
time's up. Yeah, remember the music chat. Time's up.
Last second, time's up.
Last second,
wow.
time's up.
That was the biggest. That was we gotta admit. Every event has some sort of like running, like something memorable, and I gotta say that the last second time's up thing was catchy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, last second time's up. So good.
Last second time's up for the other team. Well, see, especially on event number 3, seeing those chance last second times up for Mafty. I think that was probably like an iconic moment we had because no one thought Mafty could go down, and when the reverse sweep happened in a best of 5, mind you, that was like one of the most exciting moments I think we've ever seen in Gundam Evolution. And I did just check. Mafty did get perfect points for the amount of people that we had competing in the tournaments. They did get perfect points for the seedings with 280.
Speaking of impressive, yesterday I just want to call out yesterday's match on Thermal Plant when everyone was throwing their body at Objective B, and it was just that back and forth, and that was so exhilarating. I think there was one point where everyone was down, and then Headhunter sweeps it and extends the point, and then his team recovers, and then they take the point for a minute, and then the other team comes back, and it was I love moments like that. I always feel like the coolest part about Gundam Evolution is the countdown, prior to it being the final countdown. It's like that's all just fluff. What really matters is that last objective and those last moments, which was always the thing that made Gundam Evolution really cool, was the fact that no matter how far behind your team might be, there's always a chance for you to come back. And I don't think that any other game out there does that well. We've tried playing other games that may be under the Gundam banner, and it definitely feels like if one team is ahead, there's no way to come back. It's just one crushing defeat. But at least in Gundam Evolution, it always felt like, again, like the enemy team's at 99%. Hey, if we can get the point and then hold it all the way from 0 to 100, we can win. And because that possibility is there, it never really feels like the game's over or the game is lost. And I think, again, that is something very unique to Gundam Evolution that no other game has ever been able to do. And yesterday's Thermal Plant definitely showed how cool this game is to watch and how cool it is to be a part of that experience.
I'll top you on this one. The trickle in on Mountain R&D yesterday.
Oh yeah.
The game would never end.
Yeah.
It was always at the cusp of ending, and then one person jumps in, holds it down, and they just keep going and going and going and going. I was like, I don't even know who's gonna take this anymore.
Yeah.
That's what makes it exciting, man.
Yeah.
It's wild too, because that's what they had to scale back on a couple of months ago. Actually, like I think it was the first 2 months. If a lot of you are playing Gundam Evolution the first 2 months, the overtime almost never ended. It made for some very exhilarating and engaging matches, but it was like they had to go and scale back on it because they were like, hey man, especially if you were playing on what was it was it command was it command, I'll just say
Underground
R&D.
Command Center.
If you're playing on R&D and like A was the last point, and everyone just kept coming in and coming back and coming back, and it felt like it never ended. And there would be times where overtime was like, wait, I feel like that overtime lasted like 5 minutes. Like it's just there's so many fond memories and fun memories of this game. But yesterday was a perfect example of it doesn't matter how much you tweak the game, the players will find a way to make the most exhilarating matches we've ever seen, and they definitely came through with that. So going back to before we were switching topics of who's gonna be in the very end, I still think that Tokyo Monkeys has an opportunity to come back, just because yesterday they showed that they have a lot of ability to adapt their play style versus the team that they're playing against. And I feel like every time I watch them play, I'm watching a different version of Tokyo Monkeys play. So I'm looking forward to seeing what version we get today.
Yeah, for sure. Now, going on to our next topic, we have Astakasia versus Camille. Now, guys, who do you guys think will win this matchup here? This is our upper finalists here. This is our matchup here. It's going to be hot. Two of the best teams that we have in Gun Revolution facing off here. Who do you guys think's going to win? Starting off, Craze, what do you think?
It's tough, man. It's tough to say because there's one person, I swear, there's one person on Astakasia that you can never count out. And hey, you know what? You can say his favoritism, you can say whatever it is, but I got love for this player, and that's Red Protocol.
Oh damn! You name dropping?
Red.
Whoa!
Oh, I gotta say,
Whoa!
Red is tough, bro. Red is tough.
Oh.
You cannot count Red Protocol out.
Damn.
In anything, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm clipping this.
Hey, I had him on Tekka back in the day, and from this point on, he moved on to better pastures, right? And he's shown it. This guy is consistent, bro. He's consistent. Protocol. And the same way I say about Red in that squad, I mean, you got Blue. I don't know, but see now, here's the thing though. I don't know Blue Jays playing. Blue Jay has some personal agenda. He couldn't play yesterday. Is he playing today? We don't know. But if Blue Jay comes back, that's another one. Amano, the sleeper in this whole pick, bro. Remember when Amano first came in? Oh, this guy don't know even know how to play. He shut everybody down.
Damn.
Game 1.
Damn.
I think wasn't Amano also the reason that IQ roster made it to grand finals as well?
Yeah, I mean, Amano's the reason for everything. Amano's the reason for everything, man. Damn. Amano is, but I gotta say, Red is by far. I gotta keep your eyes on Red. I think they're gonna make the difference on that one. But on Camille, man, that you gotta mix it between. So I mean, if I gotta make a pick on this one, I'm gonna go for what I've seen before. I gotta go with Camille. Only because they've been super consistent.
Isn't what's his name? Gasman? I think that's his name. Isn't he on Camille?
Oil Man.
Right,
Oil Man.
The Mega Man character guy.
Dr. Pepperman.
Dr. Pepper, right? Yeah. I don't know, man. He's unpredictable.
I gotta go. I gotta go with Camille, but it's not throwing down Astakasia. My respects to them. I've just seen way more consistency from the Omni banner from that, and this is a merged Omni, so I will go with Camille for this one. For this match,
for this match, I'm thinking. Like I said it here earlier. I think I'm gonna go lean towards Astakasia. I just think they came out really strong within the group stage itself. They also shown dominance here within playoffs off of their first game here. They're playing so well. They're playing the best Gun Revolution they can play at this moment here. And just off their team synergy they've had off of just being the only roster in this tournament that has came in with their actual full roster. Ooh. Alongside the fact that they played together for so long. I think they have the edge over Camille, but I still think that this series goes all the way to map 3. I don't see it being a quick 2. I think this series goes like 2-1.
But who do you take though?
Like I said before, Astakasia, dog.
Okay. I gotta hear it. You gotta listen. You gotta be clear.
I just did a whole 2-minute explanation about why I think Astaka's just gonna win. He's like, who you taking?
Hey, shit, I give him the props too, but I went Camille. But go ahead, Cyber. Who do you got? Talk to us.
Does it matter if Tokyo Monkeys is gonna win? No, I'm sorry. I just I think between the two, I mean, you're both correct. It's rough because like Asakasia is solid. They're a very solid team. With a name like that, they come from a university where Gundam duels is in their blood. You know what it is. That's why they are who they are. I think Camille has a lot to prove because, when people keep assuming that you're a woman and that's a woman's name and you have to let them know, no, I'm Camille and this is a man's name, you got to put your foot down. And sometimes that depends on Asakasia. So it's rough, especially because Camille is a very aggressive team. They're very aggressive. Yesterday we saw in their play style, no matter what map they were on, it felt like if you're in school and you're a freshman and the seniors, this is their jungle gym, this is their playground, this is their stuff, this is their equipment, and they own it as such. It always looks as if Camille, no matter what map they're on, it's like this is their map. They've been playing the game for so long. They've been in it for so long. They understand where the best vantage points are, and they exploit them, and they're super aggressive. And I see that in their gameplay. So it's a rough coin flip. But I think at the end of the day, I can't really make that set. That's why we're here to figure out who wins. But I don't know, man. I think that they are two balanced teams for very different reasons.
And I forgot to mention this, by the way. This is a rematch from the Gundam Showdown lower bracket final. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Will Astakasia once again make it to grand finals, or will Camille get their revenge in the upper bracket finals and automatically qualify for grand finals? We'll find out soon. Lux wearing a Penn State merch.
Mm-hmm.
This is my jersey from when I competed it for the Penn State Rainbow 16. So
you got 3 names: your Strike, Stars, and Lux. Damn! Wow.
Yeah, so I was going through some times. That's why I was Lux for a little bit, but like Strike Knight was my OG name. It's my nickname given to me from my football team.
Right.
When I played running back linebacker, I hit really, really hard. So it's Friday Night Lights.
Ooh.
So it's like that's like so Strike was my name for hitting.
Where's the Lux VODs, right? Where's Lux? Is it? Yeah, right.
He has them. He has them. I've seen him. I've seen the throwback.
I know you got them on quick cast right now. You can just press a button and show yourself. Come on now. We know you can do that. You know you got them prime. He's always showing us stuff, right?
I mean, I got the VODs. I have the VODs.
We'll make a session in the new BS server just for Lux's clips.
New link up, right? Lux still carry his whole team. Bro,
I got a whole YouTube channel dedicated for that, but that is off topic right now.
Understandable.
Yeah,
professional,
yeah.
very professional, very nice.
Yeah. So, anyways, moving on to our next topic: Zeta Gundam shines with the bright light of Z. So, how are we doing? What do we think about the new Zeta Gundam showing up in this event? This is our first time seeing him competitive, first time seeing him in the game as of this week. What are your thoughts? On how he's performing.
I love the kamikaze.
Bro, whatever.
Who ran him yesterday in Underground Command Center and decided to ram them at the help pack?
I think that was that. No, they didn't play Underground Command Center. Tokyo Monkeys didn't play Underground Command Center. Who was it? It was
in Underground. Somebody pulled that up. There was we made a reference to that during the cash yesterday. It was Underground Command Center.
It was
Wiki. A big fight around B.
It was
around
Wiki.
B, and they went full.
It was Astakasia.
I'm going down, taking you down with me.
To be fair,
I don't know.
Zeta's doing close to, if not 400 damage in just a ram, and just like booping into people. That's wild.
No, that's
and you can
max
shoot
charge.
still?
That's if he's
why.
max charge, though.
Right. If anyone's wondering like why you see Zeta flying through people, it's because he does about 400 damage when he just he does 3. I tested it on practice rounds. He does about 350 or 380 or something like that. It's over 350 when it comes to just a raw charge, but it's wild because it's like, who does that? You know, I'm gonna shoot you and then I'm gonna ram into you, and meanwhile Gun Tank is sitting back like, yeah, I used to do that. Like, it takes me like a whole ability, and then they nerf the range, and now you can just do that and fly at the same time. Okay,
Zeta in this game is the definition of I'm going to isekai you.
Yeah.
He is the Gundam Truck-kun of the franchise for this game.
Yeah, based on meter. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, Zeta's cool. I think I'm still not a fan of the way the G maneuver works, where after you throw it and you gotta shoot it, and then you stand there for 2 seconds like, I shot it, because we've seen a couple of people go down yesterday during their G maneuver usage. And the team had to, like, you know, turn over and be like, don't worry, buddy, we took advantage of that, all thanks for that, and, you know, pick them back up and such. But it's definitely a spectacle when you see it happen on the observer cam. It's always like one of those things where it's like, oh, it just went off, and you see like this big flash from the side. So I think I do love the flashiness of the G maneuver, and I do really enjoy that laser. Sometimes working observer cam, there are times where I'm floating around, and all of a sudden I just see this big red beam coming out of nowhere. And then it was on what was it? Colony Trading Post. There was a Zeta fight happening that I was able to watch, and it was really cool. Both Zetas were shooting at each other from the sky, and since they both have really good and long flight times, they both lasered at each other. So again, you know, it only goes to show that, like, I really wish there was an extension to the game, because I would love to see another year of Zeta. Because the aerial combat is something that I think a lot of us as players have always wanted, and we're finally getting some form of aerial combat. There's definitely more happening in the skies now than ever before, and it's really cool to see that from a character that's not an assist or a Ash. You know, it's not, because for the most part the only 2 characters that could really fly were just Mephis and Ash, and so it's cool to see there's another flying unit in the game, especially since we don't see very much Mephis picks with these type of events.
And I would like to say, like, I wish we could have gotten Camphor Gun.
Oh, me too.
Camphor. Yeah. Like, I think it would have been great if we got him at the same.
Me too.
Yeah, it would have been great to see him at the same time as Zeta in this tournament, but you know, unfortunately we have to wait till November, or the start of November, which, you know, it's only 2 weeks left, so you only get like 2 weeks to play with them, unfortunately. But it'd have been great to see him early now in this tournament.
I disagree, man. I don't want to see Arrow going crazy in another suit like that.
Can we have a surprise event? Can we chat? Wouldn't you love to see a surprise event from Breakout ES for the final Gundam Evolution month? It just, you know, like, you know, some teams come in and we just, you know, some camphor footage. We get to, that was one for chat, right? Wouldn't you like, the community, you guys want to see that, right? Like some oh, do it, wow, okay, that's 2 right here. I know there's 47 people in the chat. By the way, you know how this works, right? You know, you let them know what you want to see, and, you know, if there's a community for it, people are going to show up. Would y'all show up for that one last hoorah with Zeta and Camphor? We got the new maps. We just got the, you know, like, even Wonder Chef.
Even Wonder Chef.
Wow, like, I'm just, you know, just saying, you know, just chat, you know. Closed mouths.
Maybe Lux will compete too.
Closed mouths don't get fed. You know, so
maybe Lux will compete.
Maybe Lux can put the production on autopilot so that it just all runs itself and he can compete. You know?
I mean, imagine a Rocky and Apollo Creed type of event. Nobody sees it.
One last hoorah.
It's just done behind
Wait,
the
no.
scenes.
This is crazy as cop out. This is no one sees it.
No one sees it. It gets done in the background. We host it.
We wanted exactly.
No. We host it. It's a shush. Nobody knows who the winner is.
We want the world
Everybody
to
said,
see
"Oh,
it.
I won the match. I did this."
No.
Wonder Ship actually beat him.
We want the world to see it. Right? Yeah. Breakout ES team. Wow. Yeah. Man, Cyberrank 10 on a reclaiming Melee Zaku, standing in there like this. My Melee Zaku flex. I can see that. I can totally see that. Inders,
I don't know.
Inders comes through.
We have 3
Oh,
months.
Cyber competes
Exactly,
as well, maybe
3
as
months.
well. Me, Cyber, and Chef on the same team.
It's actually 3 months. See, I'm offended because this whole time over here, this one is over here clamoring Cyber, but he has not mentioned once me being on the team. So just because of that, I say nay.
Wow. I know, chat. You want that, right? Chat. You
Bro,
want?
come on,
Today,
bro.
chat, let me give you.
Cyber. You type. No. So listen. So you know how there's always that character that's always blacked out on the character select screen in fighting games, bro. That was supposed to be crazy. He's supposed to be the one you unlock that no one knows about.
Okay.
Now we have to
Giving up
spoil
the
it.
surprise.
You
He's over
calling me
here-
a missing though? Wow, that's crazy.
Chat, you want that, don't you? You want one more event from us?
You
Don't
were
want
supposed to be the
one
mystery
more, right? You want
character
one more
unlock
event from us.
character.
That week that Camphor comes out, that you want one more event right after. 'Cause that's what I want. I want one more event.
See, Wonder Chef gets it. Wonder Chef gets it.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that Camphor doesn't get to be in a event. Camphor will be the only mobile suit not highlighted in any of our breakout events, and I think that's very unfair to Camphor. He's been asleep the entire time. It's not his fault.
I don't know. Listen, if I see a petition, change.org.
Okay, all right.
If I see something out there,
okay.
I'll consider,
Obviously,
see what happens.
Obviously, it would take time, resources, scheduling, and all of stuff to make something like this happen. But I think if chat, if you're able to convince Craze, if you're able to, maybe at the end of the stream when everyone's like, "All right, thanks, this is the last one," and chat's like, "One more."
But here's the deal. Though. Here's the deal. I'll actually really consider it under one condition. I want more triple GP teams. If Headhunter and his Tokyo Monkeys crew can bring in enough of the triple GP teams to really do a world event, I'm not talking about just doing something. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna go big, or we're gonna go home. If we do this, I really want a bigger participation from JP. If we've already shown that it can be done, I do not want Best of the West to go to waste. So, as a community, you guys can gather together, get back the older teams, get back Mafty.
Oh my god!
Bring back Camille, or bring Camille again. Get me those teams that are no longer here, at least for literally the last hoorah. Summer Clash is only supposed to be the last event of the summer. But some people said that they don't want to play the game anymore. That's going to be the last event. But if we can get them back to play this new version of Gundam Evolution, we'll talk.
Chat, you know what to do. Balls in your court. You feel that tingly feeling right now that I feel? Balls in your court. You feel that tingly feeling in your balls? Balls in your court.
Everybody has a job. Everybody has a job right now.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. And you know what that also means? That also means we get to see people who have been practicing for at least a couple of weeks on Zeta. So we get to see better Zeta gameplay. And that's what I want.
And more shoddy Camphor
and new maps.
I want to see
Camphor. Oh yeah, and new maps.
Can I curse? Is that okay? You can say no.
Ahead, I'm good.
I want to see Camphor fuck. That's what I want to see. I want to see him just fuck. So if any of you out there are waiting for Camphor because he's gonna get a shotgun, he's supposed to what? He's supposed to get boost back from doing damage or something like that. Like I want to. It's gonna, that's what I want to see. I want to see that. That's what I want.
Can we run the arrow clip and show what true fear looks like? Imagine him doing that with Camphor.
I want to see.
Do you imagine that shot with Camphor?
I want to see One Trick Tony. One Trick Tony's pretty nasty on those Zaku ranges. I want to see
Fat Man.
I want to see Fat Man on it. Woo, that's what I want. That's what and I feel like it fits their style. Camphor, the big motherfucker coming in like,
holy shit.
Oh.
They actually
kids?
No.
Who are you? Zaku range. What are you, obsolete model? Watch this kid. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking forward to. Oh
Jesus. They already started the petition.
Here we go. Let's go. I'm gonna sign up on this right
Kivo!
now. Here we
You already
go.
got the
Kivo.
You're supposed to
petition.
host one more
Freaking
tournament.
Kivo.
Camper deserves it. You know what? I've never signed up on change.org for any of these things. I'm gonna sign up for this one because I know this one's gonna work. So let's go. Let's go.
Those 3,000 people that left the Reddit cord, let them know they'll
Let
come
them
back.
know. Let them
Give
know.
them one last real hoorah.
But yeah. Speaking of storylines.
Yeah.
Hey, we're talking about storylines.
Speaking of storylines. Speaking of storylines,
I went to that's the wrong
that's okay.
Point. That's too far. That's too far.
Luck's always looking at the time. He's like, no, we might need to go to story. No. Speaking of storylines, I think this event, in the event that there is another event after this one, this event is going to set the stage for, if there is another event after this one, a very cool storyline for the ending. Like the Snyder cut. Snyder, is that his name? Yeah, that version of Gundam Evolution. Because I think the coolest part about a lot of these events is that everyone always wants that one more to come back or prove themselves. So I really hope that a lot of the teams that play in this event, hey, expired pancakes, maybe they get renewed and they're able to come back in for the final, But yeah, man, I think so far the storyline for this overall event is JP's here. Asia Pacific is playing and they're not out. They're in the lower bracket, but they're not out. And we have seen teams go from the lower bracket back into the core bracket of the game to pull themselves back in and try and win that in the end. So man, this is heated. I'm loving it.
Yeah, and I know Craze want to see this, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss this up. Truth, no one expected had true fear. Like
I clipped this with passion.
Right that is
Surprise,
true
motherfucker.
Fear right there.
Bro.
No, we gotta run that back with audio though. We gotta run it back with audio, bro. Hold up. Like it's not playing the audio, dang it.
Oh man, yeah. These wombo combos. Oof.
Bro. Somebody had the surprise motherfucker at that one precise moment.
Oh man.
All right, we're having so much fun. Okay, somebody get one Trick Tony. Apparently he's not responding. Somebody get Trick Tony.
All right, so yeah, anyways, so on to our storyline segment. Craze, what is your storyline for today? What is your hot take? What do you think is going to happen today?
I mean, my first looking at this right now, I will see, unfortunately for one of our American teams, I will see a NA versus JP final. That is what I want to see. I want to see.
Yeah.
Now the team in particular, I can't say, but because we only give our takes for that one match. But I am counting on seeing a JP versus NA matchup for the finals.
All right, Cyber, what do you got?
Man, I just want to see Asakasia. I want to see Asakasia and Camille compete, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing what that storyline's like and what happens and who wins in the end. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with two. I got two hot takes. One of them might not be so hot, but I'm gonna. The first one is Camille finds a way to beat Astakasia, make it a grand finals, and wins Omni their fourth official title. Or actually, no, this would be their fifth official title because we had Best of the West, and then we had some of the showdowns in the OG events as well. So actually, no, wait, hold on, I got the titles all wrong. Wait, so they've won what, 2 showdowns now? Best of the West, and then this event would count, Summer Clash. So yeah, it would be her 4th title. Yeah, so that's my guess. And my second one is from yesterday. I'm doubling down. Twisted Sin makes that Cinderella story miracle lower bracket run, makes the grand finals, and wins the whole event.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. If one trick, Tony will wake up. Someone ping him. No. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited because I will say before we move on with this one, man, watching Tokyo Monkey matches is a different game, bro. They
Yeah.
pick every map that nobody NA picks. So if you want to watch a different map, just go watch a Tokyo Monkey matchup.
I don't think we've seen Missile Base since the Showdown.
Oh, that's true.
I think
wow, yeah.
Missile Base was the first time we saw that map was the Showdown. And that was like a one-time event.
And it's a good lockout map too. Like if you can't get past that first checkpoint and you have so much cover as a defending team on that checkpoint, unless someone's going to be sneaky and, you know, pull a Zaku range and, you know, go smoke through or something like that. We don't necessarily have like stealth based characters or suits, which I would have loved to see us get, like, you know, a true invisibility suit would have been pretty nice. Nanotechnology, camouflage or something. We don't have any of that. So everyone is going through that front door and they can be seen by the enemy team. So it's wild that the defense, just playing defense on that map is so strong, and not every team can do defense well on that map that we've seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think that choke is probably the hardest choke in the entire game. I think it's up there with Harbor City choke for second point.
Yeah.
If you can't get past that first one, it's really hard, and especially with Harbor City, if even if you get past the choke point for the second point, but you only have 3 people up, you now have to find a way to hold that ground for your team to respawn, because even when you have all that space, you have a longer spawn rotation. The other team can set up and push you before your team gets back. So I just think like those are like the 2 hardest choke points up there, and it's really going to be interesting to see how the teams tackle it and if we get those maps in today's match games.
I'm really excited to see more colony trading posts, just because I think when it comes to how the teams decide, do they go through the tunnel? Do they commit to the checkpoint? Do they make a right when they exit? You know, when they exit the tunnel, or do we even get to the second objective? Visually, I really like the fight from the second objective to the ship, wherever second objective, and just like the little checkpoint, and then the bomb A and B. But a lot of teams just kind of shut each other out at that first objective, the first bomb, and then again. Ministry of Defense. That was wild. I remember coming back to Observer Cam and I'm looking at the map and I'm like, Ministry of Defense? What? Ministry of Defense is Ministry of Defense is very similar to like Missile Base. It's a very oppressive map, and it can be very, very one-sided, and it can feel very oppressive, especially because when it comes to the spawn point of the attacking team, you're very vulnerable, and you can very easily just be suppressed at the spawn point, just like Harbor City. So it's wild how we've gotten to see so many unique and different maps in the past 2 weekends, and it's just, I love it. So cool.
Yeah. Oh my gooeyes, I'm hitting the wrong thing again. But yeah, moving on from storylines, going into our closing statements. Guys, what do you guys want to close out with? What do you guys got to say here as we start transition to our casting desk?
Man, just overall, thank you everybody for joining us. This is day 1 and making us your one stop for everything Gun Evo. We absolutely love all of our competitors. We love every single person that participated, supported us, the team, helped us get better by giving us feedback and just being with us in all, just like, giving us your best so we can give you our best. I hope you guys enjoy the last day of the Summer Clash. Good luck to every single competitor out there, to Twisted Sin, Tokyo Monkeys, Fusion, Asakasia, and to Camille's a man's name. Again, thank you everybody and their teams for being here. And thank you to the production team. Thank you, Lux. Thank you, Cyber. You guys are the absolute best. Chef and the rest of the cast. There's Jameson, Natera, JJ, Cammy D, going way back to the old school ones. Thank everybody out there for helping me accomplish something I've been wanting to do within the Gundam realm. It is a dream come true. We wish to continue on with other titles, but who knows? We might come back for another Gundam title. It all depends on you. So if you really want us to come back for one more to kind of close up, with gold stamp on this one with the rest of the characters and maps, just let us know. I'll be watching. Let me know.
There's a petition in chat. There you go. That's it right there. I already signed up. There you go. I'm in there.
All right, Cyber, 30 seconds. Any closing statements?
Happy everyone's here. Thanks for watching today. I always appreciate everyone, tuning in, spending your time with us. And just like, I would want every team to win. I know it's a possibility and it's impossible, but I'll be rooting for all of you. And thanks for just making Gun Evo great. No matter what part you've played, you've made the community what it is, and appreciate you for it.
And that is it from us. Unfortunately, we are going to need another extra 5 minutes to get things set up just so everything's perfect for your broadcast. But thanks for joining us here on Link Up. It has been Lux, Cyber. I said Lux, dang it. It's been Stars, Cyber,
Lux.
and Craig.
It's Lux now. I'm sorry. That's it.
And we'll be seeing you guys in Armored Core, any Gundam title you want. We'll be back soon with another podcast coming to your neighborhood sometime soon. Peace.